So up next are the lightweights.
Встречайте участников второго поединка легкий вес. Please welcome participants of the second bout in the lightweight. Синий угол ринга in the blue corner, Lazaro ALVAREZ, Cuba, Domadores.
What a talented boxer, shadow boxing his way towards the ring now. Lazaro ALVAREZ, 24 years of age, and a man who has experienced global success on 2 occasions in the AIBA World Boxing Championships. World champion Baku 2011, and in Kazakhstan 2013. The number 2 ranked boxer. World Series boxing so far in season 5. It looks as though he's worked up a good sweat in the locker room. It suggests he'll be looking to make a rapid start to this lightweight contest. He looks to extend his unbeaten start to this campaign. 4 fights so far in season 5. 4 victories under his belt. Number 2 position in the lightweight division. His experience from the inaugural Cuba Domadores season last year. Another man. A seamless transition. 5-round action of World Series boxing.
Russian boxing team.
ARTUR Subkhankulov, 23 years of age and making his World Series boxing debut tonight. What a prospect he faces. There's a man in the other corner. Not only an elite boxer in World Series boxing, hugely experienced and skilled and decorated from AIBA Olympic-style boxing as well. Quite a baptism.
Please welcome participants of the bout and the lightweight. В синем углу ринга, in the blue corner, 24 года, бронзовый призер Олимпийских игр в Лондоне, двукратный чемпион мира, победитель панамериканских игр и игр Центральной Америки и Карибского бассейна. 24 years old, Olympic Games bronze medalist, 2-time world champion, Pan American Games and Central American and Caribbean Games winner, Lazaro ALVAREZ. В красном углу ринга, in the red corner, 23 года, бронзовый призер чемпионата Европы, 23 years old, European Championship bronze medalist, ARTUR Subkhankulov.
So the opening bell sounds in the 60-kilogram lightweight contest. A man wearing white trunks trimmed with gold is Lazaro ALVAREZ, 24 years of age, reigning AIBA world champion from Kazakhstan 2013. And wearing blue trunks trimmed with white in this battle of southpaws is ARTUR Subkhankulov, 23 years old and making his first outing of the 5-round duration to go through with a good corkscrew right to pierce the loosely held guard of Lazaro ALVAREZ. Both boxers of similar stature and height. ALVAREZ 5'7", 170 centimeters. Subkhankulov just a touch taller. 173 he's listed at, just over 5'8". Alvarez, such a relaxed boxer, so confident in his reflexes and his footwork to get him out of trouble. Seldom bothers to tuck up his chin or hold up his hands. As the home fans beginning to make their presence felt now, between these two boxers who are standing their ground and looking to pick their shots in the opening stages of this lightweight bout. Alvarez is so incredibly relaxed. Another man who made a seamless transition from a 3-minute duration of Olympic boxing through to World Series boxing. Boxed in 7 contests last year. Won 6 of them, and it took the legendary Albert Selimov in the final, Azerbaijan Baku fires, to inflict the only defeat. That gives you an idea at the level at which he's operating, as do his Olympic credentials. Took a good straight left from Subkhankulov a few moments ago. And he is so relaxed that his chin does present an inviting target for opponents. Just whether you back your accuracy and quickness to land your shot before he snakes out his own punches invariably from somewhere around his navel. Very relaxed individual. Sometimes those punches delivered from such unconventional angles can be difficult to pick up for the opponent. Subkhankulov boxing well in his opening round though. Not intimidated or overawed by the reputation of the man in front of him. Good round of boxing. There's the corkscrew right. Probably the opening scoring shot from Subkhankulov. And another long right hand, taking advantage of the rather porous defense being proffered from Lazaro Alvarez. So he did enjoy his moments of success. And that's reflected in the scoring of the judges. One judge favouring Subkhankulov after that opening round.
Round 2.
So one wonders what type of response that will bring from Alvarez. I'm sure he received a flea in his ear from his coaches by presenting such a relatively easy target to hit. His movement was minimal. He's up on his toes now. And again, good backhand landed by Subkhankulov. But this is when he's at his best, Alvarez. One wonders whether he'll be able to sustain it against a man he's never encountered before. But when he glides in and out, up on his toes, snakes the punches out, and then he's away with just a half step while retaining perfect balance to evade any attempted response from his opponent. His first global success came down at 56 kilograms in the bantamweight division. It was in Baku in Azerbaijan in 2011. Won 6 bouts at that particular tournament. I was ringside for that. And he really did mark himself out as a one to watch for London 2012. In those 6 bouts, it was Luke Campbell he met in the final of that tournament and prevailed to take the gold, consigning Luke Campbell to silver. They met again in the Stranger tournament a year later, and again it was Alvarez who prevailed, and everybody assumed, depending on the draw, that it would be those 2 boxers who would contest Olympic gold in what would be Campbell's home Olympics in London 2012. John Joe Nevin had other ideas. The Irishman, as Alvarez gets through with a good left hand, and again is really warming to his task here. But John Joe Nevin outpointed Alvarez in the semi-finals, 19-14 at that semi-final stage. Alvarez had to be content with bronze, and then Luke Campbell outpointed John Joe Nevin to claim Olympic gold in London 2012. The Olympic Games, of course, Robecy Ramirez emerged. He's now operating at the 56-kilogram division for Cuba. Alvarez has since moved up to 60 kilograms and enjoyed great success. World champion in his first global tournament at 60 kilograms in Kazakhstan in 2013. Presented far more movement in this second round, and he's just bamboozled Subkhankulov a little bit. He's demonstrated good variety with his punches, arcing shots, flicking straight shots, and all too often Subkhankulov is left flailing at air. Very impressive indeed, particularly the movement from Lazaro Alvarez during the course of that second round. An example of the puncher just being peppered out. It's a glancing right jab in response. But Alvarez, he appears out of range, but again, just that almost imperceptible lean back, then he steps back in, keeps just on the end of what appear to be feather light punches, but they're very accurate indeed. But still, Subkhankulov competing effectively enough to take a share of the round for the second time in succession. So we're going to the third round. Tied up on 2 scorecards. Judge C has Alvarez in the lead by 2 points after 2 completed rounds. Again, a home crowd here at the wings of the Soviet Sports Palace in Moscow, trying to encourage their man. You get the impression that Alvarez has more gears to engage here. He's in control, but Subkhankulov is a rough customer, sticking to his task well. And despite the fundamentals augmented with considerable flash from Alvarez, Subkhankulov far more straight ahead in terms of the manner in which he boxes, but he is very effective. His right jab, when he's thrown it, he's shown good variety on that shot. He uses it as a corkscrew sometimes straight from the shoulder. The more eye-catching work has come from the Cuban. Good shots to the body from Alvarez. As well as his global success, he enjoyed continental success. He scores with a cracking left hand to end that 2-punch salvo. And a 3-punch salvo, which one shot did get through. Took Pan Am Games gold in Guadalajara, Mexico back in 2011. Into this contest when you combine his records over season 4 and season 5, a record of 10 wins and 1 solitary loss as he buffets the head backwards and sideways of Subkhankulov with rapid fire straight shots. Presenting a wide open chin, just tempting and teasing Subkhankulov to let his hands go. Again, he's backing himself to evade the initial response and come back with 2 quick counters of his own. And more often than not, he executes that strategy successfully, which is how he's just able to pick and peck his way to points decision after points decision. And because the punches come from such unexpected angles and with such speed, is capable of producing stoppages as well. Another all-action round here in the lightweight division. That shock of hair on the top of Alvarez's head, giving him a passing resemblance to a young Ray Robinson. Jolting right hand from Alvarez. Such wonderful timing on that shot. And there's the movement again, causing Subkhankulov to miss and making him pay.
Round 4.
So, moving to the 4th round. All 3 judges favoring Alvarez in that 3rd. First one he's taken unanimously because Subkhankulov competed very well indeed in the opening 2 rounds. No decline in his commitment during the course of that 3rd round. The greater skill and experience. That is a good left hand from Subkhankulov. The skill and experience began to take control of the contest in that 3rd round. Subkhankulov has come out as determined as ever to begin the 4th. Very aggressive start to this round from Subkhankulov, attempting to stand in the pocket and get his own punches away, leading off on Alvarez, trying to take advantage of the counter-punching tendencies of the Cuban. See if he can make him uncomfortable. Have him fight something in a style that he doesn't want to. And again, this is a good period of success for Subkhankulov. And the success that he's having is by virtue of being busy. Some of the shots may fall short, some of them may be parried, but he is getting through, and crucially, he's keeping Alvarez occupied. Facing such an avalanche of punches. That's a good left hand to the ribcage from the Cuban. Right hand over the top was a good shot as well. But for that first half of the round, Alvarez was under such pressure from such volume of punches that he wasn't able to get his own away, as he risked eating a couple to land his own counter. Good left hand over the top from Subkhankulov. And this is a really bright 4th round. Took a jolting right hand from Alvarez, and that's backed him up a little bit. But the forward motion and effective aggression of the Russian paying dividends in this round. Alvarez meeting him head on now, getting onto the front foot himself, and that is leading to a firefight at center ring. Terrific action here in the 4th round in the lightweight division. Beautiful counter-punching. Look at how the balance of Subkhankulov was affected, because he was coming forward, he fell short, and Alvarez spotted the opening in a flash, and is again providing whiplash punches to snap the head sideways of ARTUR Subkhankulov. It was a brilliant start to the round by the Russian, but in the closing minute, Alvarez came on strong with some wonderful counter-punching. But for the first minute and a half, maybe even first 2 minutes, ARTUR Subkhankulov gave a terrific display of front foot aggression. Will that be enough for him to nick the round? Because Alvarez did come back strong with some counter-punching. And that figure of the man in the corner who is really feeling the pace gives you an idea of how difficult it is to box at that tempo on the front foot against such an operator as Lazaro Alvarez. Terrific effort by Subkhankulov. We'll have to see what the judges make of it. We prepare for the 5th round. Has a cracking left hand. 1-2 combination in reverse order, the backhand coming first. And look how it caused Subkhankulov to back up He was put under pressure in the closing stages of that round. Will those cleaner, heavier shots be enough to tilt it in his favor? Well, no, he's taken his first round. Alvarez managed to take a share for Judge B, but his aggression, his effective aggression, was enough to steal a share of the first round, or the majority share. First time that's happened in this contest. Now, how much has that fourth round taken out of the young Russian? Because he seemed to be really not suffering, but he was desperate for oxygen during the intermission before round 5. Alvarez still appears fresh and in control. Will this come down to who wants it more? Will it come down to who's able to dig deepest into their reserves? Remember, it's a brand new experience. Hearing the timekeeper say round 4 and round 5 for Subkhankulov. It's a 12th World Series boxing contest for Alvarez tonight, so the 5-round distance holds no fears for him. And working that body, if the man's feeling the effects of the pace already, that will hasten any distress that he's feeling. Subkhankulov keen to hold on now, but he's not in a position to hold on because he's still trailing in this contest and perhaps just trying to fight in spots, driving Alvarez back to the ropes. And now it's the Cuban who initiates the clinch as he gets himself away from that place of confinement. Naked aggression being demonstrated by Subkhankulov now. Not as effective as it was in round 4, but you have to admire the man's commitment and courage and fighting spirit up there against the reigning world champion. Shoeshine body shots fired into the torso from Alvarez. Straight shots to the head were parried effectively by Subkhankulov. The decibel level continuing to rise here at the wings of Soviet Sports Palace in Moscow. It's a terrific atmosphere because these fans are being entertained to a terrific fight. Both boxers going toe-to-toe. Alvarez puffs out his cheeks like a set of bellows. Perhaps he's feeling the pace as well. Wonderful action. And Subkhankulov will not be denied. He's desperately tired, he's leaning on. But Alvarez is feeling the effects of this as well. And this is now a fight. Very little to do with skill, but everything to do with heart and guts and commitment and will. Who can demonstrate those qualities here in the closing stages of what has been a frenetic 5th round? Subkhankulov, impossible to discourage. Good left hand knocks him sideways as his boxing stance becoming just a little bit ragged. All action stuff here. Good straight shots from Alvarez. Clean, clinical, and perhaps those will be the shots that tilt the tide in his favor in this 5th round, unless Subkhankulov can come back with some eye-catching work of his own. Attritional contest here in the 5th round. Rapid-fire body shots whipped out by Alvarez. What a terrific encounter we have just witnessed in the 60-kilogram lightweight division. All action stuff. Lazaro Alvarez, the number 2 boxer in World Series boxing this year, was forced to dig deep and fight rather than produce the flashy boxing we know he's so capable of. And that was because ARTUR Subkhankulov, making his World Series boxing debut, stood his ground, bit down on his gum shield and refused to yield in the face of some really classy boxing from the reigning AIBA world champion. Now, is this man's fighting spirit, is his determination going to be enough to take that round 5? Remember, he shaded the 4th round by a 2-1 majority. And round 5 again could be a case of what you prefer. For my money, it was Alvarez who produced the more eye-catching work, particularly towards the conclusion. Let's get the official verdict.
Итак, судейское решение. Judges score. Referee number 1, судья номер 1. 48-47, 48-47. Referee number 2, судья номер 2. 46-49, 46-49. Referee number 3, судья номер 3. 46-49, 46-49. И победитель раздельным решением, and the winner by split decision. Синий угол, blue corner, Lazaro Alvarez.
Lazaro Alvarez dug deep to take that 5th and final round by a 2-1 margin, and that was crucial in securing him a split decision victory over the spirited challenge of ARTUR Subkhankulov, the World Series boxing debutant, who fought with everything that he had, but ultimately came out on the wrong end of a points decision. It's a split decision verdict that's gone in favor of the Cuban #2 in World Series boxing. And after 2 completed bouts, it's the visitors who lead the Russian boxing team by 2 bouts to 0.